Hey everyone, I'm going to walk you through getting started with Pipecat and Speechmatics to build real-time voice agents using Speechmatics speech text. We have our documentation on Pipecat. We'll be walking through the Interruptible Speechmatics demo. One thing to note is you need to go to the portal for Speechmatics to get an API key, and you need to also get API keys for other services as well. So when you go and log into the portal of Speechmatics, you'll create the API key, start a new one here, and create it. And you will then get an API key which you can use in your project. Make sure to set up other API keys for other services, including the OpenAI LLM. Once you have your API keys, you're set up, ready to go, download the example code. You can either clone the whole repository or just download the file. When we run this example, you'll end up with a UI that looks like this, and you'll be able to have a voice-to-voice conversation with your agent. You can see in here I have my example code that has been downloaded, and you can start from there and then develop off of the basis of this example. I also have my .env file, which has my API keys for Speechmatics, ElevenLabs, and OpenAI. So I'm using VS Code as my editor, and we're developing here in Python, and so we'll normally want to create a Python environment first to make sure all the packages don't conflict. We now have our virtual environment, which we're going to activate to be able to go into that environment and then install the right packages. We'll need the dotenv and the fastapi packages installed separately through pip install. So we'll do that installation, and we'll then need to also install the Pipecat packages for Speechmatics, ElevenLabs. If you want to use our other example, I'm also installing Silero, but we won't be using it for the demo. We'll be using instead the Speechmatics voice activity detection. Then you need daily, runner, and WebRTC as the frameworks to control the communication between the server and backend. As I said, we're going to run the Speechmatics VAD example. As a short description of what that offers here, one of the key differentiators is the ability to use speaker diarization. So now all the packages are installed. We're going to run the Interruptible Speechmatics VAD example. It allows you to know who's speaking and what they said. Attributing that to the different people means that the voice agent can be engaged in a multi-person conversation, or it can ignore people in the background. What we're going to do is we're going to run this example, and it will start a web server and that web server will allow us to open in the browser on port 7860 this example. Now we get to the point where we have our playground running, and you see on the side on the right you have my devices, my microphone, and on the left you have the actual bot, so the response audio. So when we click connect.
Good day. How can I assist you today?
Yeah, hi, I'm good, thanks. Can you tell me a quick joke?
Of course. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Right, and maybe a bit of a longer story, that'd be great.
Certainly. Once, a penguin walked into a bar and asked, "Have you seen my brother?"
Okay, that's enough, thanks. So as you can see there, we're able to interrupt the voice agent and be able to interact with it in a very natural way. Really, the ability to detect who's speaking when is going to help really build robust voice agents. So that was a quick intro to Pipecat using Speechmatics to build voice agents. The links are below for the GitHub repo and how to get started. We really look forward to seeing what you build